As you all know, Dana is one of the largest electric motor, inverter, and electric components manufacturer in the world. In the last few years, we've invested over $500 million globally and acquired almost 10 companies. And we are looking forward to be, apart from our normal ICE powertrain engines and transmissions, we are now getting to be one of the largest electric transmission manufacturers in the world. I think for the EV components, typically the EV components include batteries, motors, inverters, power modules, power controllers, and software. So in all these, as you know, batteries has been heavily discussed, so I will not talk about it. But in terms of the other components, the motors we have already invested in a plant in Chakan where we make high voltage and low voltage motors. And inverters also we have invested in India. So we make inverters for buses today in India. And then the power modules and power controllers and other cooling systems will be produced in the short term. In terms of localization of these components, we believe that by end of next year, we'll be between 60 to 70% localized. I think the FAME 2 policy, which has been now extended, has significantly helped, especially in the purchase of buses by fleets as well as by other agencies, because it offers a significant cashback or discount. And that has resulted in a good development of the secondary ecosystem for component makers. Obviously, we benefit from what the buyer benefits from getting the discount. So that has FAME 2 has definitely helped from all levels, from two-wheelers to three-wheelers to four-wheelers to buses. It has not helped that much in the passenger vehicle because of obviously the lack of infrastructure in charging passenger vehicles. But for two-wheelers, three-wheelers, and buses, this infrastructure is starting to be established, and we feel that this has significantly helped. In terms of PLI scheme, it has just been launched 2 days back. Details are still coming up. We think it's going to be useful. Details are yet to be known, and we believe that it could allow a lot of component companies to benefit over the next 5 years from the tax, from the cashbacks that they're going to give. So in terms of alternate fuels, right now the biggest emphasis is on hydrogen fuel cells. As you know, the government of India has kicked off a national hydrogen policy already, and there's a lot of large companies like Indian Oil and Reliance and others are working on their development on the producing, storage, and transportation of hydrogen. Now, on the other side, on the flip side, there are companies like us who are also developing components or parts of the hydrogen fuel cell, which will then be used to charge the vehicles. I think that is still a few years away. In the Western countries, that is being tried out right now. Some companies have vehicles on the road that are being tested. But in India, I think it's between, say, 3 to 7 years away for a full-fledged, introduction. And it'll all depend on how quickly we can develop the production plan, the storage plan, and the transportation plan, because that is going to be the key to success for alternate fuels. For heavy commercial vehicles, there's no other choice than fuel cells, because battery electric vehicles will not work for heavy. Well, Dana is obviously addressing the market before it starts to grow. Okay, we almost 3 to 5 years back, we started getting into the electrification field, and we acquired over 10 companies worldwide, and we have invested over $500 million so far globally, including in India. Okay, and I think so we are well ahead of our times to be a leading powertrain supplier in the world, e-powertrain supplier in the world. And today, one of our key vision incorporates getting into the electrified powertrain. As you know, Dana is a 105-year-old company and very strong in powertrain, but that was for ICE. Now we want to be extremely strong and leader in e-powertrain also. See, a lot of R&D is being done, and even in Dana India, we are recruiting a lot of engineers to support development of new products, new technologies for our global locations. In terms of the next step I think you heard some of the speakers today, we believe that hydrogen fuel is definitely going to be the right way to go, because once it's successfully commissioned, it will provide a quick transfer from, say, a petrol or a diesel to a hydrogen, where you can quickly go and fill up your tank in 5 minutes, and then you can be on your way. And it'll give you a long range as well as a safe vehicle to drive in. So I think hydrogen fuel cell and other types of fuel cells will definitely be the next way to go. Chemistry will be the driver. Even in electric batteries, today we are using lithium-ion batteries, which which require a lot of components which are available in very few countries. But that technology will now change to using products and raw materials which are available in many countries and easily available. So the effort in R&D is being placed in trying to develop either battery fuel cells, which will not use difficult to access raw materials, or hydrogen fuel cells or something similar, which will make it much easier to use in the automotive industry. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.